Dear students, today we are going to discuss how the oxidation state of an element can be calculated. Now, what is meant by oxidation state? Oxidation state or oxidation number. So, oxidation state means the charge present on an element in the given molecule. The charge present on an element in the given molecule is called oxidation state of an element. So these charges may be either positive charges or negative, or sometimes it may be 0. So oxidation state means the charge which is present on an element in the given molecule is called oxidation state. So it may be positive or negative, or sometimes it may be 0 values. So in order to calculate the oxidation state of an element, we have to know some points. The first one is the oxidation state of an element in free state is 0. The oxidation state of an element in free state is 0. Free state means it is not in the combined form. That means it does not combine with any other elements. Suppose if you take an iron, an element iron. So iron is present in free state. So in iron, the element iron exhibits 0 oxidation state. Suppose if you take gold, Rm, Au. So in case of gold also, it is present in free state. So the oxidation state will be 0. So the oxidation state of any element in free state is 0. That means it is not in the combined form. And next, also in the stable homoatomic molecules, it is also 0. Stable homoatomic molecules. Homoatomic molecules means, suppose if you take the molecule H2, it consists of two similar elements. That is, two hydrogen atoms are there. So this is called homoatomic molecule. So for this homoatomic molecules also, the oxidation state is 0. In case of H2, the oxidation state of hydrogen is 0. In case of chlorine, Cl2, the oxidation state of chlorine is also 0. In case of phosphorus, P4, phosphorus exists in P4 state. So here also the phosphorus oxidation state is 0. Suppose if you take sulfur, sulfur exists in octatomic molecule, that is, it consists of 8 sulfur atoms. So in this also the oxidation state of sulfur is 0. So in case of homoatomic molecules and also in case of free state, the oxidation states will be 0. And next one, the oxidation state of alkali metals is +1. So alkali metals means the first A group elements, that is lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. All these elements exhibits +1 oxidation state, since these belongs to first A group elements. And next one, the oxidation state of alkaline earth metals is +2. Alkaline earth metals means beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. So all these elements exhibits +2 oxidation state. And the oxidation state of halogens is -1. So halogens means generally fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. So generally mostly all the halogens exhibits -1 oxidation state, but fluorine always exhibits -1 oxidation state, whereas the remaining halogen atoms exhibits some variable oxidation state. So those may be same, sometimes it will be changed. So but fluorine always exhibits -1 oxidation state. And next one, the oxidation state of hydrogen is +1, but in hydrates it is -1. So hydrates means generally hydrogen combines with metals, like for example if you take sodium hydride, this is called hydrate. Metal combines with hydrogen, then it forms hydrates. Here sodium is a metal and it combines with hydrogen to form metal hydride. So in this metal hydrates, hydrogen exhibits -1 oxidation state and sodium exhibits +1 oxidation state. So generally the hydrogen exhibits +1 oxidation state in most of the cases, but in case of hydrates only it will exhibit -1 oxidation state. So hydrates means the hydrogen combines with metal to form metal hydrates. Next, in a compound, more electronegative element possess negative charge. In an element, in a molecule, the more electronegative element possess negative charge. Suppose if you take this one, hydrogen is more electronegative than sodium, so this hydrogen possesses negative charge and sodium possesses positive charge. In any compound, the more electronegative element possess negative charge and less electronegative element possess positive charge. The less electronegative element possess positive charge. So here sodium is the less electronegative element, that's why it possesses positive charge, whereas hydrogen is more electronegative element, that's why it possesses negative charge. And suppose if you take the bond between carbon and hydrogen, so here the hydrogen is less electronegative element and carbon is more electronegative element. So that's why carbon possesses negative charge and hydrogen possesses positive charge. So here the electronegativity of carbon is 2.5 and the electronegativity of hydrogen is 2.1. So hydrogen is less electronegative, that's why it will possess positive charge, and carbon is more electronegative, that's why it possesses negative charge. So carbon exhibits negative charge and hydrogen exhibits positive charge. And next, the oxidation state of oxygen is generally -2, but in case of peroxides it is -1, and in case of superoxides it is -1/2, that is -half. Okay, generally oxygen exhibits -2 oxidation state, but in case of peroxides it will exhibit -1. In case of superoxides it will exhibit -half. Next, the sum of the oxidation states of all elements in a given molecule is generally 0. The sum of the all oxidation states of elements is equal to 0. Next one, the oxidation state of a charged species is equal to the charge of the species. So the oxidation state of charged species is equal to charge of the species. So now let us discuss by all these points by taking some examples. So first let us consider an example KMnO4. KMnO4 means potassium permanganate. So in case of potassium permanganate, we have to calculate the oxidation state of manganese. So generally the first A group and second A group elements exhibits some stable oxidation state, whereas the transition elements exhibits variable oxidation states. The transition elements exhibits variable oxidation states. That means manganese is the one of the D block element. So this one will exhibit different oxidation states. Now we have to find out the oxidation state of manganese. So for this we have to substitute the oxidation state of first A group element and oxygen. So the oxidation state of potassium is +1 and oxygen is -2. Now let it be X. The oxidation state of manganese will be X. So now for calculating the oxidation state of manganese, we have to consider like this. So potassium, here one potassium will be there that possesses +1 charge. So the charge on potassium will be +1. And here one manganese is there, it will possess the charge we don't know, that will be X. Here 4 oxygens are there. So 4 oxygens, each oxygens possess -2 oxidation state. So 4 into -2, -8. So here we have already stated the sum of oxidation states of all atoms in a molecule is 0. The sum of oxidation states of all elements in the molecule is 0. That means we are adding oxidation states of all elements, that will be equal to 0. So by calculating X we get +7. So that means here manganese possesses +7 oxidation state. So what is meant by +7? That means it loses 8 electrons. Here manganese loses 8 electrons to get some stable oxidation state. Okay, oxidation state means it loses some electrons or by gains some electrons. So elements exhibits oxidation states by losing electrons or gaining electrons to get stability. So here positive oxidation state means it will lose some electrons, and negative oxidation state means it gains some electrons. So here the oxidation state may be either positive value, negative value, or 0. That means the positive oxidation state means the element loses electrons. The negative oxidation state means the element gains electrons. 0 means it neither loses electrons nor gains electrons, because it is stable without losing any electrons or gaining electrons. And next, take another example, K2Cr2O7. Here also potassium +1, let it be X, and oxygen -2. So 2 into 1, 2, plus 2 into X, 2 into X, 2x, 7 into -2, -14 equal to 0. So 2x minus 12 equal to 0, 2x equal to 12, and x is equal to +6. That means here chromium exhibits +6 oxidation state. So here listen carefully, here two chromium atoms are there, these two chromium atoms possess +6 oxidation state. So here the oxidation state of chromium is +6, means it is the average oxidation state of the two chromium atoms. Here the +6 is the average oxidation state of the chromium atoms. Okay, that means each oxygen possesses +6 oxidation state. So what is the average oxidation state? Let us discuss about this point in the next video. Okay, next, another example, SO4 -2. SO4 -2 means sulfate ion. In sulfate ion we have to calculate the oxidation state of sulfur. So let it be X, and the sulfate ion, in the sulfate ion oxygen exhibits -2 oxidation state. So here he gave some charge. Charge means it is an charged species. So the oxidation number of a charged species is equal to the charge of the species. The oxidation number of charged species is equal to charge of the species. That means here we have to calculate like this. Here one sulfur is there, 1 into x, x, 4 into -2, -8. That should be equal to the charge which is present on the charged species. That should be equal to -2. Here the sum of oxidation state should be equal to 0. That is 8th point. So but according to this 9th point, so the charge should be equal, the sum of oxidation state should be equal to the charge. So that's why we have to put 2 here, -2 here. So that is x is equal to +6. Okay, clear? So here we have to consider equal to 0. Here we have to consider equal to -2, because here it is a charged species. So this is charge, and this will be the oxidation state of oxygen. Okay, don't confuse with this. So this will be some charge, this will be the oxidation state of oxygen. So let us take one more example like this, chromium. In case of chromate ion, CrO4 -2 is the chromate ion. So in case of chromate ion we have to consider the oxidation state of chromium. So let it be X, and here the charge is -2 and the oxidation state of oxygen is -2. So x into 1, x, 4 into -2, -8, it should be equal to -2. So here the charge is -2. So that is x is equal to +6, here also +6. Okay. So in this way we have to calculate the oxidation state of an element, and some more tricks are there to calculate the oxidation states. So let us discuss all those tricks in the next video. Thank you. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.